Triggered by a successful woman, got it. This is exactly the type of comment I was expecting from the Swiftie community, because they obviously can't take any criticism towards their queen, their goddess, the feminist icon of the decade. That is how they see Taylor Swift, and she can't do anything wrong in the eyes of people like that. But obviously he not once mentioned the fact that Taylor Swift is a woman, or used it in his criticism towards Taylor Swift. So I don't know why he would even post something like that, because it doesn't make sense in the context. He was basically criticizing Taylor Swift because of the private jets she's using and how she's basically destroying the climate with it. Hey, what's up dudes, today your boy GenNot is coming back with a new video on my channel. So today I found a banger of a video topic that I wanted to talk with you all about. So the topic is gonna be about Taylor Swift, so I need to be really careful what I'm gonna say next, because we all know the Taylor Swift community / fan base, the Swifties, well, they're a little bit extreme. I don't know if I need to be hiring a bodyguard / security after this video. Maybe I'm gonna end up like every single political opponent of Putin. I mean, we all know. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about this topic that is involving another person as well, an influencer called Ryan Hef. So he basically made a video criticizing Taylor Swift about something that I think is truly fair, and more people honestly should criticize Taylor Swift about. So before I go to talk about this topic, I want to take a look at the comment of the day. So the comment of the day I've chosen is under the video I was talking about that vegan teacher. So someone is saying, me watching this eating a steak. I mean, that is pretty savage, I'm not going to lie. I think that vegan teacher probably would get a breakdown if she would see that. But now let's get started with the video topic.
So according to the media and politicians, people who eat red meat are a climate change threat. But when Taylor Swift emits 1,800 times the amount of CO2 as the average person, they make her the person of the year.
Everything he just said there in that video to me seems pretty fair. It is a fair criticism towards Taylor Swift, especially knowing that Taylor Swift said in an interview that she was thinking about climate change and called it like a horrific situation herself. But of course the entire Swiftie community couldn't take any criticism towards the goddess, the queen, Taylor Swift herself. They basically started going after the dude in a comment section, everything to protect Taylor Swift, right? But I know 100% that a lot of those Swifties are really progressive people. If you take a look at the people that actually go to the concerts, they are probably really worried about climate change and the climate itself, and they will criticize a normal person like you and me, but obviously not the hero Taylor Swift. This is honestly the reason why you shouldn't idolize celebrities at all. Not only that, she talked about it herself with saying, oh yeah, it's a horrific situation. It honestly reminds me of DiCaprio that was making a speech about climate change, this and that, and then he's having his own private jet, flying around, not caring about it at all. It almost seems like the elite wants us to change everything, but they themselves, well, they can have like a private jet, that's fine, right? So in this video you actually kinda get an idea how much she's flying around with her 2 private jets every single year. I find this really interesting. I've seen this video like a couple years ago on Reddit or something, and when I take a look at some of the comments, someone is basically saying, well, she's flying around more than my family in 4 generations. That's 100% true. She's destroying the climate much more than you and me ever will, and it's honestly really hypocritical for Swifties to not recognize that. So I want to take now a look at some of the comments, because they basically insane in my opinion. Triggered by a successful woman, got it. This is exactly the type of comments I was expecting from the Swiftie community, because they obviously can't take any criticism towards their queen, their goddess, the feminist icon of the decade. That is how they see Taylor Swift, and she can't do anything wrong in the eyes of people like that. But obviously he not once mentioned the fact that Taylor Swift is a woman or used it in his criticism towards Taylor Swift. So I don't know why he would even post something like that, because it doesn't make sense in the context. He was basically criticizing Taylor Swift because of the private jets she's using and how she's basically destroying the climate with it, especially knowing that Taylor Swift said that obviously climate change is like a horrific situation, but obviously she is part of it as well, which is obviously really hypocritical. Not only that, she basically was chosen to be the person of the year. So before I go into another comment, something else I want to say about this comment is basically he or she that wrote that is basically using like the woman card, something you see over and over again that frustrates me a lot. Basically when you criticize like a woman online, you always get comments of people saying, oh yeah, you just hate women, or you're sexist, or you're just scared of independent women or something crazy just because you criticize one female celebrity. It's honestly just crazy. Just because you criticize Taylor Swift because of the climate stuff doesn't make you hate all women. I just need to point that out because this person is basically using the card, oh yeah, you're just scared of successful women, that is why you criticize her. Obviously that's ridiculous. I don't think your boy really needs to explain that. He uses steroids, and that's another comment, and I expected something like that as well, because obviously the Swifties are not gonna talk about the subject itself, and that is obviously Taylor Swift using private jets and destroying the climate. No, they're changing the topic to something else, and that is this dude using steroids. I don't know if he's using it, yes or no. Maybe he is. I don't really care what he's doing in his private life. It has nothing to do with this video, but obviously this person doesn't want to have the conversation about Taylor Swift doing this stuff to the climate. No, he's just changing the subject. It's really ridiculous in my opinion, and you always see that when someone is losing like a conversation, they start insulting the other person, but this is honestly because he's obviously saying you're using steroids, which is not something positive, basically insulting this dude. And that's pretty interesting as well, because obviously Taylor Swift herself, I think, is like pro body positivity, which obviously this is not. So I guess he or she, this Swiftie, is not listening to the queen herself. Big no in my opinion, but it is really interesting to see all the comments, because most of them aren't even talking about the subject itself, and in my opinion that says enough. If you're really willing to defend Taylor Swift and you think in the right, why you're not talking about the subject, why you're changing it, right? Another one is saying this is just an excuse to be hateful towards Taylor Swift. Again, this person is switching the subject. He or she is not talking about what a dude actually said in the video. The only thing this person is seeing is a person criticizing Taylor Swift, and you can't have that because she is a queen, she does nothing wrong, this and that. That's the mindset of like a Swiftie, and it's really frustrating because this dude actually had a great point with showing actually how much she's destroying the climate by herself and her private jets and planes. So what do you think about it? Leave it in the comment section. I think the comment section are going to be a wild place, but having said all of this, don't forget to press the like button, subscribe on the channel, and I will see you all in the next video.